So let's see how to deal with such kind of questions. What do you have? E naught Cu2 plus to Cu and Sn2 plus to Sn. Which of the following statements is correct? So do you understand Cu2 plus can be reduced by hydrogen? So Cu2 plus to Cu and H2 to 2H plus. For this, we know that we are going to take the potential as 0 and Cu2 plus to Cu is given to us as plus 0.337. So do you understand that whichever is higher? So H2 to 2H plus, you can see this is 0 and Cu2 plus to Cu, this is plus. So that means this wants to happen. Whichever is more, so 0.337 is more than 0, of course. So this wins. Copper 2 plus would want to go to copper. So this is correct, right? But do you understand when we read option C, Sn2 plus be reduced by H2? That means Sn2 plus to Sn, it is minus 0.136. Whereas H2 to 2H plus is going to be reduced by H2. So H2 will go to 2H plus, that means, and for this it is 0. So do you understand this is less than this? That means this would want to happen, but this would not want to happen. So learning, understanding, reading the data is crucial for you. So this is incorrect. Copper can be oxidized by H plus. So do you understand opposite? Copper to copper 2 plus will be minus. Then it will not want to happen. Minus mean doesn't want to happen. Copper can reduce Sn2 plus. So can copper Cu, that is going to be minus, okay? Minus 0.337 can reduce Sn2 plus. So is it clear that minus 0.337 means this doesn't want to happen? This is more negative than this. So learning how to decode the data is crucial, okay? I hope this is clear. Let's just take another question to clarify questions like these. Here is another question. If a spoon of copper metal is placed in a solution of ferrous sulfate, what do you think is going to happen? You have a fair idea that out of iron and copper, which is more reactive? You can answer me in the chat. So you know that keep this in mind, more reactive metal displaces less reactive metal from its salt. Are we clear on this? So what is the salt that we have? We have an iron sulfate salt, but iron is more reactive than copper. We know this. So the copper will not be able to displace iron from iron sulfate. So no reaction will take place. Absolutely right. Another question for your practice. Next one, please check this. Okay, this has 4 options. So I'll write the options here. Option A, 3 and 1. Keep reading. Option B is 1 and 2, 3 and 4. Option D is, let's see, everything is on one page now. So do you understand? We have a simple formula. E cell is equal to E naught cathode minus E naught anode. And what do we take? We take the reduction potentials. So E naught reduction potential of the cathode minus E naught reduction potential of the anode. So option A says oxidation potential of anode. Okay. So if I make it into oxidation potential, it will become plus E naught oxidation potential of anode. And this will become a minus oxidation potential of cathode. This will be the other formula. It says minus reduction potential. No, reduction potential should be plus. The oxidation potential should be negative. So this is incorrect. Second one says oxidation potential of anode plus reduction potential. Yeah, this is correct. Oxidation potential of anode plus reduction potential. This is correct. Reduction potential of anode minus reduction potential of cathode. So this is clearly the formula that we know. Oxidation potential of anode. Okay, so for anode, if you're taking oxidation potential and minus oxidation potential of cathode. So this is again one of the formulas that you can derive from here. So even D is correct. So second and fourth is correct. That means D becomes the answer to this question. Simple question, but sometimes somehow because you're under pressure or maybe some sign you have not taken care of your rough work is not neat. Okay, so if you're preparing for NEET, your rough work has to be very neat. Moral of the story. So next question, let's see whether you can give a right answer to this one now. Okay, here you go. Let's see. The more questions you do, the better you become at electrochemistry. So let's quickly see it. We can understand that Cr3 plus to Cr, this is clear-cut reduction, and Sn4 plus to Sn2 plus is also clear-cut reduction. So what is given to you is the reduction potential. For this one, plus 0.15, and for this one, minus 0.74. The two are two couples in their standard state are connected to make a cell. The cell potential will be. So do you understand? Automatically cell would behave in such a way that the one which would want to reduce will reduce and the one which would want to oxidize will oxidize if you're coupling it. So clearly this chromium 3 plus to chromium wants to happen. This reduction wants to happen. But this reduction doesn't want to happen. But on the other hand, this particular oxidation wants to happen because it is plus 0.74. Okay, so this becomes its oxidation potential, which gives us an understanding that this wants to happen, isn't it? So when we are talking about E naught cell, it will be E naught cathode minus E naught anode. Mind you, all the reduction potentials we have to take. So whenever there is a reduction happening, that's going to be cathode. Whenever there is an oxidation happening, that's going to be anode. So E naught cathode, that means 0.15 minus 0.74, which gives you 0.89 as your answer. Here is yet another question for you. Which of the following statements is correct? We have to find out. Please see first, whatever is given to you, please see. You can see these are the options that you have. Okay. So first I want you to see the diagram. The diagram is simple. I'll try to bring in all the options here only so that you can directly answer. Till then you can start observing. Okay, let me bring all the options here. I told you no. Always, this is your metal X, which is going to be your anode. Your right side will be cathode. This is the cell representation. No matter XCl2 is written or YCl3 is written, it's just an electrolyte. Who cares? X is your anode and Y is your cathode. And that is what will be our answer. X is anode. That means oxidation will take place. Remember the lone. Remember lone. Do not forget lone. So the question looked very huge in all of that. There was all of this. E cell is greater than 0. That means cell is working. So you have to find out all of that. So I'm sure the electrode made from metal X has positive polarity. X is going to be negative. The question was clearly based on simple acronym that I've made you remember. LOAN. Lone. Lone, left, oxidation, anode, negative. Don't forget this. Just on the basis of this, you can do it. Okay. Let's check. There is a button cell. You've seen those small cells? Huh? They are there in your remote controls. They are button cells, right? They're used in watches, and they're of course used in watches also, and functions as following. So this is what you have. If half cell potential are this and this, the cell potential will be. So do you understand? This is the overall reaction that you have. So whatever is on the left hand side, zinc is on the left hand side. Let's make use of the equations that we have and bring it to the same state. So Zn(S) giving you Zn2 plus 2 electron. This is how we will write. Similarly, now you can see Ag2O is on the left side only. So let me write the second equation. So I've done the reverse of the first equation and I'm taking the second equation as it is. If you have reversed, the E naught here becomes plus 0.76. Just be careful about the sign. Ag2O plus H2O plus 2 electron is giving us 2 Ag plus 2 OH minus. And for this E naught given to us is 0.34. Okay. You can see that if I have to find out the overall reaction, there is a 2 electron exchange. Clearly, I can figure out that zinc is undergoing. Please check Zn to Zn2 plus. This is oxidation. Ag is going from plus 1 to 0. This is clearly reduction. So we have a proper E naught cathode minus E naught anode. There is no leftover electron. So cathode and anode, you are able to figure out. Please tell. Answer is option C. You guys are telling me. Are you agreeing? It's a direct question. It is important that you figure out whether the question deals with the direct E naught cathode minus E naught anode, or you have to change the aspect to delta G. If this you are able to figure out, then your questions are going to be easy. So there's no electron in the final equation. So E naught cathode, which is cathode, your reduction, that means 0.34 minus E naught anode. Now, mind you, when I'm doing Zn to Zn2 plus, this is oxidation potential, but reduction was minus 0.76. So it becomes plus. Minus minus will become plus 0.76. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 7, 8, 9, 10. So 1.10. 1.10 becomes the answer, which is there in your option C. So please see the right answer to this question is option C. Okay, so this is a direct one. But what if I do this now? Check. Now check. Do you figure out? Do you understand? Here it's different. You are clear that this has a final electron in the final equation. So minus 1 into F into E naught copper plus 2 copper. The electrode potential of this is what you have to find out, is equal to minus here 2 electrons into F into E naught. Now do you understand how will you get a copper plus here? You will get copper plus if you reverse this equation, right, into minus 1, right? And copper 2 plus, let it be here so that it cuts, you can cut it out. So Cu plus giving you copper 2 plus electron, and E naught now becomes minus 0.153. So that if you're not taken care of, you might end up getting the wrong answer. Now, this is as it is, so 0.337 with a plus. Now, delta G1, this let me say is delta G2, this let me say is delta G3. So delta G3 is equal to delta G1 plus delta G2. So you can see delta G1 I have already substituted plus minus, so what is delta G? Minus NFE naught cell. So here N is 1. So minus 1 into F into E naught cell is 0.153 with the minus now. This is the one that you are supposed to take. So you get the F cancels out. So minus E naught cell that you have to find out will be equal to minus 2 into 0.337 plus, now this minus becomes plus 0.153. This will give you the answer, but it will be with the minus. So E cell will be equal to, so you get minus 7 to the 14, 3 into 2, 6, 7, 6, 0.674 plus 0.153 is going to be equal to minus E naught cell. So let's just do the calculations. So if I subtract 0.153 from 0.674, I get 1 here, 5, 6, 7, 2 here, 5 here, 0.521. And because there was a minus, minus becomes plus. So 0.521 is option D. Please see the right answer is option D. Ma'am, I'm pathetic at calculations. How do I fix it? Aditya, simple math here. Hana, simple math. There is nothing. I know it will take time. It might take time if you're not very good at math, but keep your rough work neat. That's one. And focus on the multiplications and addition. It's just a multiplication and addition, no? If you see, nothing to worry about, isn't it? Okay, so I hope it is clear. Option D was the right answer. I've still not seen the leaderboard, and that makes me very curious, but I'm not going to see it any further. Let's take another question and then we will see how the leaderboard looks like. Another question on the same line, okay? Same line, but different question. Now, look at the question. The standard electrode potentials are given to you. We have final equation where Fe3 plus is on the left side, Fe2 plus is on the right side. So I'm going to reverse this equation, and this equation henceforth becomes Fe2 plus 2 electron. So you can see that there is a loss of electron, which I can write as plus 0.440 now. Okay, now we can simply call this 1 and this as 2 dash. What I can do is delta G of 1 plus delta G of 2 dash will be equal to the delta G of the third equation, which I'm calling as this as my third equation. So minus 3 into F into E naught for the first one, minus 0.036 plus minus number of electron exchanges 2 into F into, we have reversed it, so plus 0.440 is equal to the final equation minus 1 into F into the E naught that we have to find out for this expression. We are writing it as just E naught. Let's get rid of the F's. All the F will cancel out. So minus plus 3 into 0.036 minus, you can see 4 into 2 is 8. 4 into 2 is 8. 0.880 is equal to minus E naught. This will give you the answer. So 3, 6, 12, 18. 3, 3s are 9, 10, 0.108 with a plus minus 0.880 is equal to minus E naught. So let's do the calculations. 880 minus 108 gives me 772. Okay, with the minus 0.772 is minus E naught, implies E naught is equal to plus 0.772. Where are you? Here it is. B becomes the answer to this question. Please check the calculations. All is well. Have you understood these kind of questions now?